Hey guys, welcome back to the Motion Raceworks YouTube channel. Today we're back on our Cruiser Nova. We're trying to get it ready for Hot Rod Power Tour, but John's out working on the car, getting the engine bay ready to put this all back together. We got the engine out one last time. We drilled for a crank key because we want to make sure that this thing is going to hold up to the power and not spin the balancer on there. And then we are going to bolt the torque converter up, the flex plate, the transmission, and hopefully have everything ready to go. We're going to test fit the headers one more time, and then hopefully we will be down to plumbing, building some exhaust, getting the drive shaft, and wiring. So now that the engine is going back together, we are actually going to use a 4L80E converter for this project, which is a little new to us. So we called our friends at Circle D, and we got this 258mm Pro Series converter. They're super easy to deal with. This is my first 4L80 converter, so I used them quite a bit to tell me what I needed, and they spec'd it out. They kind of took in some information about what my combo was, and then got me a converter that's got a lockup and will do well both getting off the line, doing burnouts, and driving on the highway. Super nice stuff. It's got a billet back hub assembly, and then obviously a welded front. But this thing is well worth the money. All right, so if you remember back on our last video, the headers fit perfectly on the passenger side, great on the driver's side, except they weren't originally built around power steering. Not too many 6872 Novas actually had power steering, so I can't fault them for that. So I went ahead and chopped basically from here to the top and made a whole new series of tubes to get down there. It's a little bit of a complex amount of bends and tubes and stuff to get around everything, but we made it happen. So we got it all tacked up. We're gonna drop the whole combo back in the car representatively with the transmission, everything, get it exactly how it's gonna be. Just make sure it clears, because I don't wanna have to alter a power steering pump. I'd always rather alter something like a header, which you're not gonna ever replace.
John, what are we doing here?
We're gonna put this in one more time, see if this header Doug made up for us fits. We'll do that one more time.
Looks a little bit better than the last time we did this.
He's in there. Over here, Herm's making our race and street fuel tank for the Blazer. He's tacking it all up now, and we're gonna go test fit it in the Blazer and see how it works. I can't get any gas when you're standing on the cord.
You never told me not to. Is it gonna fit, John?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta cut out some things still. That out, Chad. Oh, yeah.
Shoot, buddy.
We gotta start building the trap door on the floor. Ready to attempt to put this back together again? Bad. Doug walked up and just wiggled it in right away.
Of course he did.
We are making some serious headway.
Nice. I see you got the low car on there now.
Yep, because that's sometimes just a real big pain when it's all
hard
there.
as that one went in, I'm glad we put it in before.
Yeah, so tech tip, whatever day it is, put that in ahead of time. It sure took a lot longer to build stuff for you over here, John. I'm not giving you too much credit, that's your job. Needs to be volunteer basis only.
Huh?
We're gonna do a new train cam.
Oh, is it denting it? Real bad?
I don't know if that dented it, something did.
Awesome.
Chad, you're really turned into a TV producer because you missed the whole struggle on that. Nobody at home should think that was an easy process.
No, it was super
Just
easy.
being
John
completely honest with you.
That was terrible.
And fast forward 30 seconds, the car is running.
And we're done.
That was painful. Not only was it painful, I'm pretty sure we need a new transmission pan. Just not quite like a Power Glide cast pan. You can't just manhandle it. It's just been working on race cars way too much. Gotta be a little more gentle on these other variants.
It's like that Coyote oil pan all over again.
Oh man.
Just knock that
I
back out.
actually, my memory purged itself of that. Remember when we were straightening out with a hammer on that block of wood? I thought that was for sure not going to seal.
Somehow that thing doesn't really leak any oil.
It doesn't leak a thing. Nothing on that car leaks.
The rear diff cover's leaking now.
Easy fix. But we just leave it for effect. You ever like want to take the race week cars out one more time, like right away? Like in my head, I think next time I take the Nova out, it's going to shatter the engine, and I'll be like, "Whew, just made it." I mean, I don't hope that happens, but like sometimes in my head, I'm like,
that's what's going to happen.
That was a close call.
Oh, by the way, the tranny pan isn't crushed. I just hadn't taken a look at a 480 pan in a while, so
That's always good news.
one less screw up. We need to torque those.
Yeah.
I always said that so you can rewind when that pulley flies off. And then remember when I said
somebody
that?
should tighten that. I wonder who that should have been, John.
We also got on camera the flywheel bolts were torqued and Loctited. We got that on video too.
When you're editing this video, can you remind them to torque those bolts?
Proof that John is tightening those bolts.
You know, the Billet Specialties instructions just say to firmly tighten them. There's not a torque spec on any of these bolts other than crankshaft.
Perfect.
So it's firmly tightened.
It's good enough.
That works, right, Chad?
Yeah. Chad seal of approval.
It works right up until it doesn't. We forgot to tell you we were doing a bunch of work on this radiator. We welded these brackets on.
Oh yeah.
This used to be like for a normal radiator hose and was angled like this. Really weird. We had to cut that off and put 16 ORB fitting in it. Deal for our steam vent kit port. This one came with it. I just put a 16 in it to make sure it fit around our fans.
Oh, there's room.
It's in there.
Good.
What do you think?
Looks like it clears.
Thinking about trying to make like a bracket to gear.
Yeah, can we use that?
That's what I was just gonna.
Pretty much.
Just use a little screwdriver, straighten that out, and you can slide it in there.
Slides in there.
Might already slid. Here. Boom. Oh. Man, doesn't line up. There you go. Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Look at that.
Whew.
It's actually not too far
Factory.
off with the,
That's pretty ridiculously good.
yeah.
What do you got going here, Doug?
Well, I bought a bolt-on 72 Nova exhaust kit. It doesn't bolt on. Imagine that.
Wow.
Needs a little modification.
First time that's ever happened.
It's not even like the LS part of it. It just doesn't fit. Remotely. Good thing we got a full fast job. Completely winging it. Hopefully that fits. Daddy. How's it looking up back there? I think that's going to land close enough that we can...
If you kind of just center that.
The exhaust, yeah. What we'll do is we'll just chop those off and then we'll chop those headers off. And then just put them back in there with the other one because you have a little bit of play on the collectors and then just tack it in place in the right angle. A little recap of what we're doing. 72 Nova did not come with an LSA 4L80 combo, obviously. And the way LS swaps are designed, the mounts can move back and forth, front and back. Obviously, depending on what accessories and what cross members and stuff you have, it all dictates how well stuff fits. These headers fit pretty well. They hit the power steering box on the steering box. Most 72 Novas just didn't have power steering, so I would imagine that this wasn't built around power steering. That was an easy fix. We just cut and redid one primary. And then the 4L80 is just a little bit wider, I believe. I'm not sure. So it kind of got close to the headers as far as the shift linkage. So we went ahead and cut the collectors off and then just put some new ones on and kind of pointed them away. The headers we had were kind of pointed inward a little bit, and we pointed them outward. And as far as the exhaust, that's truly, in my opinion, the only piece that just didn't fit really well. It was supposed to be a 72 Nova to the cross member kit, and it couldn't have been further off. But it really didn't take a whole lot of fab work to get it fixed. At least we have the X pipe, we have the pipes that go over the axles. So pretty much we had to cut section and mid section of it just to shorten it up a little bit. But after that, I think everything looks like it's gonna fit pretty well. It just goes to show you, nothing's bolt on. It's usually because of the amount of different types of combos and all that different stuff that cause it to not work. So I don't really blame anybody other than myself for building a car that's not standard. So I guess it could have been easy to leave 350 in it, but that's no fun. Right, John?
Not fun.
We want to do a lot of burnouts and get good gas
yeah.
mileage. So we're on the downhill slide right now, and we're going to pull the headers out for the 68th time. I'm going to fully weld them all up, hopefully put them back in, and then just trim up the exhaust and get it finished. And I think we should be rolling on to like some wiring type of stuff.
Close to wiring.
And maybe some more plumbing. But we wanted to get the exhaust where we needed it before we tried to plumb for the trans cooler. So we didn't want the trans cooler to be next to anything hot or in the way or whatever. So getting that done, and then I think we got to come up with a supercharger heat exchanger.
Correct.
Other than that, rock and roll.
Hi, Tyler.
Hi, John.
New Machine Monday.
New Machine Monday. That's a new thing. Every Monday.
Yeah, every Monday.
Every Monday from now until the end of the year.
All right. New machines every Monday. I like
New Mountain
it.
Dew Monday.
Mountain Dew Monday.
Mountain Dew
Could also do
Monday.
that.
What do we got today?
We have a new ST20Y and a new UMC. Nobody knows what that means. Nobody knows what that means.
They'll know. There's people that
They got a
know.
spinny thing and a 5-axis thing.
Yeah, we got a new ST20Y, which is a lathe, and a UMC 750SS, which is our 5-axis. So we have two of those now to make more throttle body parts and more new prototype parts.